Hey everybody, welcome back to Tech Odyssey. So I'm back with another monitor review, and this time it's the BenQ EW2780. So this one is probably a good mid-tier workhorse monitor that's good for work, it's good for play, and it's good for entertainment. You can do pretty much whatever you want with it. It's got a full 1080p resolution display on it, a 5 millisecond response time, it's got great HDR, it has adaptive HDRi technology, which I'll tell you more about later, but it automatically senses the ambient lighting and adjusts the light and the sharpness and the contrast so you can get the ideal image for whether you're playing a game, whether you're watching a movie, whatever. It's super cool. And it has built-in speakers which you can control with the buttons on the front, so you don't even need to worry about having bulky speakers set up on your desk. So it's got a lot of things going for it. Well, before we get into the full review, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. I appreciate you watching. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and that little notification bell if you want updates on the latest videos when they come out. Now, let's take a look at the monitor. Alright, so here we are with the BenQ EW2780. Now before I get started, I do want to say that this was sent out as a review unit from BenQ. I'm not being compensated for this. This is not a sponsored video, and they're not getting to see this before you are. Now, talking about this monitor, it's a 27-inch LCD IPS panel. It's got a 1920 by 1080 resolution. It's got the adjustable HDR. You can use the button on the front to cycle between the three different settings. It's got the screws on the back so you can mount it and you can set it up on a different monitor stand if you want. And it's got a 1000:1 contrast ratio. It's got a 5 millisecond response time. You can see there's plenty of ports there on the back, including an audio out if you want to plug your headphones directly into that instead of your computer. It even comes with all the stuff that you need to get going: power cable, HDMI cable, all the good stuff. Now I want to show you how easy it is to put this thing together. It's got the little thumb screw on the back there. I really need to use a screwdriver, but you can see here you just pop that little stand into the back of the monitor, and I twisted it down with my fingers, but definitely tighten it with a screwdriver before you stand it up and start using it. But very, very easy to install. And then once you get that, you can put the rest of the base onto the stand itself. And this one does have a true thumb screw on it, which is pretty nice. It's very, very easy to pop on there. And I just wanted to go ahead and do this as part of the review so you can see how easy it is to set it up. But you slide the base in there, and then you just turn the little screw with the little thumb adjuster on there, and you're good to go. That's all there is. Just the one screw on the back and the one on the bottom, and easy peasy, Bob's your uncle. So once you get the stand set up, you're ready to go. You can pop your monitor up, set it wherever you want. You can see here it's got a pretty thin profile, and also you can angle the monitor so you can get your ideal viewing angle on here. That way you're not just having to use it straight up and down. It has that pivoting function, so it's really nice. You can see here it looks really nice set up on the desk. It's got a very, very small minimal base, and it's got minimal bezels around it as too, so it really does look sharp. You got the BenQ name down there and the contrasting metal with the stand, and then the black frame for the monitor. Now here's an example on how to adjust the HDR. You've got Cinema HDRi, HDR, and then off. So you can use the button on the fly there to go ahead and change it. So this gives you the opportunity to adjust it. Cinema is good for like watching videos and streaming, stuff like that, but then you also have regular HDR, which is ideal for like playing games and stuff. You have the volume setting on the front as well, so you can adjust the volume on the fly for the monitor. This gives you some added flexibility. You can just turn it up or turn it down, no big deal. And it's nice because you of course have the dual 2.5 watt speakers that are built into the back of the monitor. Going into the rest of the settings is also simple and easy to do. The eye care feature is really nice in here, and I'll show you that here in a second. But you go through, you got picture, you got color, audio. You can set everything up in here however you want. And of course, once you go into the different color mode, you can set up your own customized profile as well. Here you have different audio scenarios, so you can set it for how you want, live or pop, cinema, and then you've got dialogue or vocal, which will adjust the built-in EQ for the audio experience. And then in eye care, it's really nice because you can go in here and adjust the blue lighting, multimedia, web surfing, office, reading, or e-paper. You have all these different options, and they're great because it helps reduce the strain on your eyes, and it's especially important when you're using the monitor a lot for long periods of time, or if you want to adjust it at night, you know, like an hour before you get ready to go to bed, so it's softer and it's not. It's really recommended like an hour before you go to bed to try and distance yourself from blue light. So that gives you another opportunity, and it's cool with the black and white e-reader function. Another thing I want to show you here real quick is also the different profiles for the advanced color mode. Like I mentioned, you've got a user mode, game mode, standard, and this just helps set up for its preset profiles for different types of exposure that you would be having on your monitor. So whether you're watching movies, playing games, and then the nice thing about the Cinema HDRi, the HDRi setting is BenQ's HDR intelligent mode, and it has a built-in sensor in the monitor that will automatically adjust to give you an ideal viewing experience for the environment that you're in. It's really kind of cool. All right, so I want to go ahead and do a sound test real quick so you can get a feel for what the speakers sound like when you're using them on the monitor. So I'll go ahead and play this real quick. And this is at 100% volume on the monitor. All right, let's try a different song real quick. All right, so you can see at max volume we're getting about 80 decibels, lower 80 decibels or so, which is not terrible, especially considering that you've only got dual 2.5 watt speakers on the back of the monitor. But anyway, I want to go ahead and get that done so you could get a feel for what the sound experience is like. Okay, so here's some gameplay footage. I pulled this up from Apex. There's nothing otherworldly extraordinary about what's happening here, just the standard launch into the game and stuff, but I just wanted you to be able to get a good feel for what you're getting here. Of course, it does have the 75 hertz refresh rate. Nothing crazy to write home about. It's not 120, 144, but you don't really have any problems with tearing or blurring and stuff. It works perfectly fine with the game at 60 frames per second. And then here, I wanted to show just a brief second because I had to download like a 35 gigabyte update for Call of Duty. So since I had to wait, I figured I'd share some of that excitement with you. Now, looking here at Call of Duty, of course, I'm only going to show you footage from where I did well, not the other, like 20 minutes of terrible gameplay. But here we are. You can see the color is nice, the lighting is nice. It's very balanced, even with like all the action going on, the blacks, the tones, the colors. I think they did a good job with this monitor, especially for 1080p gameplay, 5 millisecond response time. It's not insanely crazy for like esports or anything like that, but you can't go wrong, especially at the price point and the balanced approach for this monitor. All right, so what do you think? Pretty neat, huh? It offers a whole lot for a wide variety of people. It's got that nice 1000:1 contrast ratio. You've got the 5 millisecond response time, 1080p, so you can do great quality gaming. You can do great things with your homework and your professional stuff, especially in the current climate we're in right now where so many people are having to work from home. This is a really good, affordable option that not only sets you up for work, but for play, and you can use it casually or for business. So it's got a whole wide range of applications that serve you really, really well, especially under $200. This brings a lot to the table. And there's a lot of other monitors out there that are $100, $150, but they don't carry the BenQ name. They don't have the built-in speakers. They don't have the adaptive brightness and HDR technology. And the blue light filter is great too if you like to spend time reading ebooks and things like that, or you just don't want to worry about harming your eyes, or you want to tone it down a little bit before you get ready to go to bed. So a lot of things all wrapped up into one great price point, solid monitor. So that's all I've got on my review of this new BenQ monitor. If you got any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comments section. I'll get back with you. Like I said in the beginning, if you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell so you can get updates on the latest and greatest. Thanks again. As always, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.